I thank God for this correspondence. I want to thank the sisters of Swing Fi Swing Social Fellowship Incorporated, namely Sister Pat Chalmers, for allowing this to take place with her effective communication. I also thank the brothers of Groove Fi Groove for, was it almost 20 years ago, to the time I became a groove at Grambling State University, Tiger 5. Okay, so let's go ahead and move forward. This message is related to the respondability piece. And I'm the executive director of Aviate Through Knowledge Incorporated, and we have a series called Respond-I-Bility. This shows people that they can respond more responsibly to law enforcement. And so too many times we always point the blame at cops. This is not about pointing blame at anyone, whether you're African American, Caucasian American, cop or not cop. We want to tell people and show people how to effectively de-escalate things before they become problems. And so I'm going to give you 3 bullets. We're going to cover these 3 bullets. The first bullet is to know that you don't have a right to resist arrest. A lot of people think that they have a right to resist arrest. There's nowhere in the Constitution that I have right here where it says you have a right to resist arrest. There's 27 amendments and none of them covers this. You can resist arrest in court, but not on the streets. Okay? As soon as you pull your hands back like that one time, you give that cop an inch, he or she may take a foot, and it's not good for you or me. So again, number 2 is that you are not allowed to run. When you run from the cops, it's considered fleeing. And of course, granted, you shouldn't get shot in the back, okay? And we're not letting officers off the hook with this, because out of every 10, there's always one who's a pervert. There's always one who's out of line or socially and culturally incompetent. And so again, this message is not for them. It's for citizens. It's for civilians like Ed Davis, Prodigy, and the Swings and the Grooves, and their children. So please effectively communicate this to your sons and to your daughters. The next point that I want to allude to is that there are certain rules in different states. In Arkansas, it's the 3.1 rule, where if you're detained, before you're arrested, you're detained, they have a right to ask you a series of questions. After 15 minutes goes by in Arkansas, you can ask them, is my time up? Am I allowed to leave? He or she may say no. It depends, a case-by-case TBA situation. But again, it's on the books. Every state has these laws on the books. And so respond-I-bility, again, respond-I-bility teaches us that we have the ability to respond responsibly. Life is not about really what happens to you. Most of the time is how you react to what happens to you. And it's sad that, we're losing our lives left and right. And you have to be almost nearly perfect to not become a victim. But I'd rather be a victor than a victim. And respond-I-bility, helps us elaborate a little bit more on that. And so, of course, before I close out, I wanted to show you this document right here. It's called the SATs, or the Safety Advocacy Tips. Of course, Sister Pat should have those in your hand right now. And the other one here, I didn't create this one like the SATs. This is from David Miller out of the Baltimore area. 10 tips if stopped by the police. And so together, we've combined these things to make them a part of the respondability piece. Of course, with that and those other items that I've given you, you should be more effective in combating this thing. Okay, we're not going